There are two kinds of mothers in this world. Some carry their children inside them from the very beginning, while others, like me, open their hearts and homes to a child no one else wanted, and somehow make them their own. But, my dear, sometimes love isn't enough to heal all wounds. And it was that very love that almost cost me my life one fateful night. My name is Gertrude Miller, though around here in River Creek, Michigan, they just call me Miss G, the woman who adopted the boy from the orphanage. I'm 76 years old now, and every wrinkle on my face tells a story. Some are filled with laughter and joy, but many bear the marks of pain that time has failed to erase. Thomas came to me on a cold autumn afternoon, a small boy with tired eyes and a silence that weighed heavier than words. His past was a mystery wrapped in shadows, but I promised myself I would be the safe place he never had. At first, his quietness was simply that, a quietness. But soon it became something else, something darker. Nights grew difficult. Thomas began to have nightmares that left him shaking, whispering about voices and shadows no one else could see. I told myself it was just fear, but the strange things in the house started to happen: mirrors cracking, lights flickering, an uneasy feeling settling in the air. One night, I awoke to find Thomas standing over me, his eyes empty and his hands trembling. He whispered, "I'm sorry, Mama, but I don't have control." In that instant, I realized love alone couldn't save us. Something was fighting inside him, something I couldn't reach or understand. The days that followed tested everything I had. I fought to protect him and myself, to hold on to the boy I loved beneath the darkness. The doctors doubted, the neighbors whispered, but I never gave up, because he was my son, my blood, my choice. Now Thomas lives far away, in a place where the shadows don't follow. I visit when I can, and sometimes, just sometimes, I see the boy he used to be in his smile. Though the scars remain, both seen and unseen, I hold on to hope, because that is what mothers do. We hold on, even when the night is darkest. The years after that night were filled with uncertainty and fear. Thomas's behavior became more unpredictable. Some days he was the quiet, gentle boy I had adopted. Other days he was a stranger trapped inside his own skin, filled with anger and confusion. It was like living with two different children, one fragile and lost, the other dark and unreachable. I searched everywhere for answers. Doctors, therapists, even spiritual guides. But nothing seemed to touch the root of what was hurting him. They called it trauma, PTSD, anger issues, but none of those words explained the coldness I saw in his eyes when he was not himself. There were nights I would sit beside his bed, holding his trembling hands, whispering promises that someday he would be free. I wanted to believe that love could be stronger than whatever darkness was inside him. But deep down, I feared that some wounds ran too deep to heal. One night, during a particularly bad episode, Thomas lashed out. It was the night I nearly lost him and myself. I woke to him standing in the darkness of our bedroom, his face hard and eyes empty. He tried to hurt me, though I knew he didn't want to. In the struggle, I felt a pain that went beyond the physical. The pain of a mother watching her child disappear into a place she couldn't reach. But that night also became a turning point. After he collapsed in tears, I knew we needed help beyond what I could give alone. With a heavy heart, I found a specialized care center where he could receive the treatment and protection he needed, away from the shadows that haunted us both. Now, as I sit in my quiet house on Maple Street, the silence is both a comfort and a reminder of all we lost. Yet every week I visit Thomas. He's not the boy he once was, but in his rare smiles and moments of peace, I find the hope I need to keep going, because sometimes love is not about fixing what's broken. It's about standing by those we love through the darkest storms, even when we feel powerless. And that, my dear, is the story these wrinkles tell, the story of a mother's fierce, unyielding love.